This is Devin Croswell with Sherpa Design, and we're going to take a look at a new option in the flange command when I'm in Design Center NX 2512 and the sheet metal application. In here, we have a new length option for positioning the flange called Keypoint. It allows us to select a point, whether it's from a sketch point or a point placed in space or on the edge of a part. And it allows us to create a flange based on that key point position. So it helps us kind of design around things and fit our sheet metal box, let's say, around an object. I can have something linked in via wavelength geometry, and I could use a key point from that body to help place the flange, create that flange body. So we're going to see what that looks like with a really simple example here where I'm going to put in a sketch point. So I'm going to use my sketch feature here, and we're just going to create a point, kind of place it out here in space. And maybe I want this to have a specific position because it will be associative. So as I add or modify my key point, my flange will update based on the new key point location. Let's say I put it about there, create and finish that sketch. And now I'm going to add a flange to the end of this base tab that I've already created. So we have the flange tool. I'm going to refresh that after I jump in, and we're going to use that key point length option, but I'm going to go ahead and click on my edge here. So we've got that started, and instead of under the length option, the value, just entering in a value and then moving the angle around, I'm going to use key point as that length option. Now I still have to determine an angle for it, but I can specify the point, which will then be projected normal to the angle of the flange, and that will be the length of that flange. So it just kind of helps us position a flange when we might not know exactly what the angle and numbers are for the length. We can position it relative to other things that we're designing around. And so in this case, as I move the angle, change the angle here of my flange, it changes the length based on that. So we can kind of imagine this being maybe a key point on the edge of something that I've linked into the part. It helps us kind of keep the spacing where we need with that flange. And so I can say, all right, I need this flange to be a certain degree angle here. It'll go 60. And then this key point will help me position that length. And like I said, it is associative. So let's say this changes here to be out here. Maybe it's a little bit higher. And I click finish, and my flange will update based on that new key point position. So we're taking a look at a new option in Design Center NX 2512 for flange length in the sheet metal application, the key point option.